the Gemara, at the conclusion of Maseches Makos, gives a very moving story connected to Tisha B'Av and the Churban Beis HaMikdash, the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. And the story relates to us how there were 4 Tanaim, namely Rabban Gamliel, Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, Rabbi Yeshua, and Rabbi Akiva. And they were ascending to Yerushalayim. But when they arrive at Har Tzofim, when they arrive at a certain lookout point from which they can see the Makom HaMikdash, where the Beis HaMikdash once stood, and they now see it desolate, they did Kriya. All 4 of them ripped their garments, which is a sign of mourning. And they approached closer till they were actually on Har HaBayis. They were actually on the area where the temple was, where the Beis HaMikdash stood. And as they're getting closer, they see a shual, a fox, comes dashing out from where the Kodesh Kadoshim, the Holy of Holies, the most sanctified area of space on this earth, was. The most intensified Makom HaShechina, of divine presence that there was in this world, as we know it, that's where it was. And they see a fox, a lowly fox, come trotting out as they get closer. And at that point, 3 of these men, of these sages, these Tanaim, begin crying. To the exclusion of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva, upon seeing this fox come dashing out, begins laughing. Something that might seem disconnected, cold, or heartless. The Makom HaChurban, the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. And Rabbi Akiva finds this to be a place, a time, a moment where it's appropriate to laugh. And his colleagues, so to speak, turn to him and they say, Rabbi Akiva, why are you laughing? And he answers, the Jewish way, answers a question with a question. He turns to them and says, why are you crying? And they say, the place, the Kodesh Kadoshim, that it's written about in the Torah that says, V'hazar hakarei b'umas, anybody other than the Kohen Gadol who would go into there, to go into that room, that space in the Beis HaMikdash, anybody other than the Kohen Gadol that would go in there would die. And here we have a mere fox pouncing around as it wants in that place. That's why we're crying. Why are you laughing? And Rabbi Akiva says, I'll tell you why I'm laughing. This answer then gives us a tremendous lesson in what it means to be a leader. What Jewish leadership is all about. Rabbi Akiva says, I'll tell you why I'm laughing. Because there are 2 nevuas, there's 2 prophecies. One by Uriah and the other by Zechariah. And the prophecy of Uriah is about the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash, that Yerushalayim is going to be destroyed. The prophecy of Zechariah is that Yerushalayim is going to be rebuilt, and that the people and inhabitants are going to come back, and there's going to be a Beis HaMikdash again in the future. And Rabbi Akiva said, it's only now that I see that the prophecy of Uriah was fulfilled, that I know that the prophecy of Zechariah too will be fulfilled. Rabbi Akiva was not detached from reality. Rabbi Akiva also ripped his garments when he saw that the place where the Shekhinah once was no longer, and that it was void of any divine presence. He was not detached from reality. Rabbi Akiva saw before him the darkness of the Churban, just like they did, and he felt it just like they did. But Rabbi Akiva, in that moment, in that matzah, that situation, he saw tomorrow. He still thought about tomorrow. And that no matter how bad, this is really what I think the lesson that any leader has to internalize, has to know, is that no matter how bad something may be, how bad it gets, they have to know that tomorrow is going to be better. And we're going to keep trying. I don't think that there's any great leader who on his way to greatness didn't fail completely. At least once. He didn't throw in the towel. A great leader is somebody who can take a loss, take defeat, but stay in the ring. Stay in the ring and know that there's still one more round to go, or there's another round coming. He can still throw in a few more punches. Rabbi Akiva is teaching us that. That it is very dark. The Churban is very dark. The Galus is very dark. But this darkness is a nevuah, is a prophecy that is necessary for the next prophecy to come. And that's for the rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash. This, I think, is ultimately why at the end of this Gemara, the very final words of Maseches Makos are the words of his colleagues after hearing this. And they say, Nicham Tanu Akiva, Nicham Tanu. Rabbi Akiva, you have consoled us. Akiva, you have consoled us from our mourning. There is tomorrow. We should all be zocheh to be mechazik ourselves, to feel Tisha B'Av, to really feel the darkness and the void of Shekhinah in the world that we live in now as Jews. And we have to be mechazik ourselves to feel that, because without that, we're going to miss what it is to have the Beis HaMikdash. Wish everybody a very meaningful Tisha B'Av.